What starts as a visit to a hamburger stand soon takes a horrifying turn. Yesenia Torres, known to her friends as Jessica, walks to her car outside Burger Point in San Bernardino, California. Moments later, Jessica is killed. The 44-year-old made a name for herself thanks to a thriving pallet business that brought in millions.
Jessica was a businesswoman in our community. She was well-known and well-respected.
She had no children, but people in her neighborhood described her as committed to the community, which she talks about on TikTok.
I wanted to talk to you about the importance of getting involved with your community.
But on January 10th, just after noon, a visit to one of her favorite restaurants ends in carnage.
This brazen attack happened in broad daylight, in full view of patrons and employees who were working at the restaurant.
True Crime News obtained this security video from the parking lot. It shows a terrifying scene. As Jessica opens the door to her SUV, another vehicle pulls up behind her.
The front passenger is going to exit the vehicle.
Police described the attack in detail.
Later identified as Geraldo Llamas. He's asking for her purse, gets a hold of her purse. You see he does have a firearm in his hand. He does make an attempt to shoot at her. The victim was able to fight back.
Bystanders noticed the commotion.
You'll see some citizens did attempt to help her out, but who were also shot at and chasing around the vehicle, firing multiple times at her.
She runs toward the restaurant for help. Police stop the video here.
Unfortunately, she was struck, slowed her down, and the suspect again shot her an additional time with a fatal wound. There was a total of 9 rounds shot at the victim, with one expanded casing, which was from the gun jamming when the victim was fighting back.
With the crime and the gunman caught on security video, police quickly identify the suspected gunman and getaway driver.
The suspects had then got into a second vehicle, which was located at another business. There we saw that the suspects had changed their clothing. Within approximately 4 hours, we had both suspects identified. The shooter, Geraldo Llamas, the driver, Arnold Ruelas, were ID'd as our suspects.
The suspects flee the area. Cops call in the FBI, which begins conducting surveillance on Llamas and Ruelas in other parts of the state. A month passes before they piece together all the players. San Bernardino SWAT officers serve search warrants on homes and businesses in the area. Police say they find more than $200,000, weapons, and a motive.
It was definitely a murder for hire case. There is evidence to show that the suspects did stalk our victim for several days and months prior to this murder.
Investigators identify more suspects and unravel how they're all connected.
We determined that the third suspect, Reynaldo Ruelas, was the brother of Arnoldo Ruelas. I was able to then determine that Mr. Reynaldo had worked for a Juan Perez at a local pallet company in the city of San Bernardino. The pallet company that he ran was owned by our victim, Ms. Torres, and her husband, Sergio Reveles. So there's the link that we found between all of our subjects.
Jessica and Sergio were locked in a bitter divorce.
The victim, Ms. Torres, and Mr. Reveles, her husband, they own multiple businesses within our county, LA County, Riverside County, assets in the millions. The divorce has been a process for over 2 years. And as you know, when there are multiple millions of dollars involved, there is going to be some going back and forth over assets.
Police allege the murder plot was hatched more than a year earlier and that Jessica had been stalked for months as the suspects waited for the right time to attack. Reveles and his 4 alleged accomplices now all face murder charges.